Okay, welcome back, YouTubers. So, yesterday at Inktober, the theme was Enchanted, and this is actually the painting I did for yesterday, the ink drawing and painting I did for yesterday based upon the word enchanted, because I find the sunshine to be enchanting, and I wanted to do this sort of geometrical or gem-like sun, so I had taped it and painted it, and while I was waiting for it to dry, I decided to do a bonus drawing of this little cute Day of the Dead little chick, and I think she came out super adorable. But what happened when I was moving the video over to my computer to do editing, I accidentally deleted most of the videos, so ended up just producing 3/4 of the drawing of this little Day of the Dead girl, because that's what I was able to salvage. So here's why: because I'm using Inktober as a chance to grow my videotaping and editing skills so that I can produce content for both my YouTube channel and my Skillshare class. And so one thing I need to do is, sorry about the I'm gonna have to cut that out, edit that out now, is really dial in my taping and editing process, because I'm unable to do the taping and the editing on my Galaxy Note 4 because I just, it's too difficult to find the storage space that I need. So I am taping with the Galaxy Note 4 phone, and I think it works pretty great, actually. And then I transfer it over to my Galaxy Book, which is a Galaxy Note type PC. So I guess I'm just gonna start out with some skin tone here. And so, given that, I don't know what the prompt is today for Inktober. Obviously I'm going off prompt, and I'm just gonna paint this little Day of the Dead gal. Paint and tape, tape by painting of this little Day of the Dead gal that I drew on the fly yesterday as sort of a bonus video. Halloween's coming, and my dad has been incorporating the Day of the Dead dolls into his artwork, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to incorporate it into mine. So when I started looking at reference photos for kind of what are other artists doing with the Day of the Dead stuff, I saw some really cool stuff where they had done the Day of the Dead style on dogs. And of course I'd seen the cats before, and I'd done a little cat before, and I don't know if I made a video or if it's in one of my videos, but so that kind of excited me, because then I started thinking, you know what, I could do this style on anything I freaking want, right? And I think I even seen it on pumpkins. So that is what kind of led me. I had been thinking about it before yesterday, but that was kind of what led me to do the little bonus drawing while I was waiting for this painting to dry, which you can see I wasn't very patient about it. And I could set up a blow dryer in here to speed up my process. I could work on my water control. I could do a lot of things, but I love, one thing that I love about watercolor is the fluidity of it, and the fact that it does what it wants. It's got a mind of its own, and I find it a very exciting medium, and I don't really want to control it, because I think it just looks beautiful no matter what. Like all of this, just, it looks beautiful. That's what I think. So that's kind of my thoughts on that. But here I'm thinking more like when I was drawing it, I was thinking of, this is bad, dangerous to do this right now, but I feel like I need a couple more lines in there. You know what? Instead of using my Signal dip pen, I'm just going to use my my speedball dip pen. I'm just going to use I'm just going to use this Sharpie fine tip, because I just feel like I need some more lines in here, and I don't necessarily want to spend a lot of time waiting for it to dry and have this situation that I had yesterday, which you didn't see because I accidentally deleted the video. Then this is why I am working on taping and editing for Inktober, because ain't nobody got that kind of time. Okay. And this is real time. And I'm still using these travel brushes my daughter got me for my birthday that were so cheap. And I have taken some watercolor classes with some other artists on Skillshare, and I love it. If you don't have Skillshare, I just want to tell you, I'm going to put a link in my description so that you can get a trial 2 months for free of Skillshare, and then just please take my classes, because it does support my art directly. I do get paid for folks watching my class. But where else can you take unlimited art classes, and really any kind of class, because they have business classes and computer programming, and I haven't taken any video editing. How dumb is that? I should take some video editing classes. Just every kind of class you can think of. And it's all included with your membership for $15 a month. So I have learned so much. I live in, to me, I grew up in a suburb of LA. So where I live now in Idaho is a real small town. But it's actually one of the third largest cities in Idaho. Yeah, everybody knows everybody. It is probably 1/4 the size of the town I grew up in. Yeah. So, if even that. But there's not a lot of what you would expect if you're used to the big city. There's not a lot of, I'm going to use this geranium. It's one of my new favorite colors by Schminky. It's called Geranium, and it is just gorgeous, I think. Doesn't have a lot of options. There's no way I'm going to find like watercolor classes. You can barely find professional watercolor paint, and that is even actually pharmacy, right? And they only sell M-gram, which I won't continue to rant about M-gram, and I have quite a bit of M-gram, but it's not my first choice for sure. So sorry. Oh, Skillshare, that's right, because I would never have the opportunity to take classes with the diversity of artists that I'm able to take classes with on Skillshare. And what's interesting to me, I've learned so much from these other artists. Like, you would think, like, you just, everybody learns something different, but I've learned a lot from them, and then I come back and some of it applies real well to my work, and even some of it is just applies to my general life, because sometimes I can get caught up in doing things the right way, and then I realize these guys aren't doing things the right way. And what does it matter? It's your art. Do what you want. There are no rules in art, as far as I'm concerned. So I tell people that, but then when it's my art, I start thinking I need to be doing things like, and I'll just give you an example. Do I want to paint in watercolor, or do I want to paint in gouache? I can paint in both, and I can paint in both in the same painting. How about that? Why do I feel like I need to pick one or the other? I can do what I want. It's my art. I can use watercolor pencil, anything I want in my art. It's my art. Do what you want. And then I talk to, it's funny too, because I think, oh, I'd love to be a professional artist. And my husband says, you are a professional artist. And it's like, okay, you know what? You are so right. Because, what is your definition of a professional artist? Well, I'm not Damien Hirst, and I'm not making a ton of money, but in the last year, the only money I have made has been from my art and from teaching art. So What is professional, Brenda? What is your standard? How about you made money on your art? How about you have sold your art this past? Okay, YouTuber. So I sped up this footage to 4 times the normal speed because it was really starting to bore me. So I thought it had to be boring you. Today is day 9 of Inktober, and I have been working on developing my videotaping and video editing skills and just kind of streamlining my process so that it wouldn't be such a challenge to develop content not only for my YouTube channel but also for my Skillshare classes. It's only going to get better from here. Thank you for taking an interest in me and my art. If you watched the video until this far, I just want to say thank you so much, and please consider liking and or subscribing and or following me on social media. It really means a lot in the internet world, and I am definitely behind the gun. And I could use your support. So, thank you so much for watching, and I will most likely see you again tomorrow. Bye.